I just recently seen like a clothing company come out with some like Chirac shirt designs with guns on them and all this shit. And I seen like a lot of backlash. Like people really upset. Yeah.
Yeah, Barry.
Yeah. I mean,
I just had some of that shit on yesterday.
Oh,
You got
right.
it on right there. Let me see. Grab your hoodie.
I'm trying to get
Let me see
plugged.
that hoodie. Hey, let me see that hoodie. Grab that hoodie.
Okay, but I've seen a lot of commotion online. People saying that this is like, you know, sort of taking the culture and making a joke out of the violence side of it. How do you feel about that?
And I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm about to show you the hoodie. The hoodie is say I hard shy, and they got a 30 upside down on it. He embracing the culture. He's not. This is what's going on. And in order to change the world and change people's environment and change people's thought process, I don't know how many times I'm gonna be able to say it, is step into that world. He's stepping into our world. He giving back to, if you really want to look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came and he giving out whatever he giving out and selling or whatever the case may be, and you might think he doing some culture vulture shit or however the case, but you got to put yourself in that world. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody on the outside is saying, oh, you embracing it. That's what's going on. It is killing. You know what I'm saying? And people like me, I am Chicago. If I could go back in time, I wouldn't want to be from no other place. So I'm going to buy that hoodie that say I love shot with the 30 hanging off of it, because the 30 kept me alive. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't trying to say it in the sense of me having to do nothing to nobody else people or commit no violent crimes, but this the life we live. We ain't got no other choice. You're not about to call me a bad person because Trayvon Martin got killed for walking down the street from a stand your ground law, for walking down somebody's street. And I might get killed for having on a nice hoodie, a nice jacket. So if I got a gun, I ain't supposed to protect myself. I'm a bad guy, I'm a thug, I'm a gangster now. But this the life that this is what we brought up to. And then I can't blame the person who trying to rob me for my $1,000 coat, because he can't get a job. He had got locked up when he was 9 years old, 10 years old, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 for stealing, whatever, trying to survive, however the case may be. And he can't get a job. He can't get right because it was set up for us to fail. It's designed for us to fail. It's designed for us to kill each other. It's designed for our thought process to be the way it is, for us to think the way we think, you know? So Barry ain't do nothing but get back to the culture. The 30 kept me alive, you know what I'm saying? I love Chicago. I love my 30, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and that's just the sense of me being all the way real. You know, you got to put yourself into people's world, you know what I'm saying, to bring them out of it, you know, and ain't nothing going to change unless people like me, people like Barry, or people like whoever from Chicago, and Barry not even from Chicago, but just you got to get back. You got to put yourself into that world. You got to put yourself in their shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand why you robbing. I understand why you killing. I ain't saying it's good or it's bad, but I understand why. Let me try to get you out of this environment. Let me try to put you in a situation where you could take care of your mother and your kids, where you ain't got to go out and try to rob and kill no more. Because if you're taking care of your mother and your kids, you're not going to try to rob and kill, because you're not going to try to go to jail, because you know you got these people depending on you. You got responsibilities now. And when you a man and you got responsibilities and you able to take care of your responsibilities, it feel good as a man. You won't get that up for nothing in the world. You're not going to jeopardize that, because you know I got people depending on me. And as a man, it feel good when you got people depending on you. You know what I'm saying? It feel good. You want to take care of your family. So if we ain't going to have more of that, less talking and backlash and saying, yeah, you a bad, no, you ain't supposed to be doing this, and you shine a light on negativity, and less of that and more really try and make a difference in doing the shit that I'm saying, because I know it's going to make a difference. Leave it alone. Don't even say nothing about it, you know, because y'all don't understand what's going on. The people that's talking about the shit always saying, yeah, ooh, and all the backlash, they don't know what's going on. They don't know. They not in my brain. So once I tell them that, then they like, oh, damn. They shutting up. They don't know what else to say after that. They're like, oh, shit, you right. I fucked up.
I mean, it's a very similar argument to the argument that people make against academics when he was doing the war in Chirac shit. They're saying this is somebody who's not from here coming in and maybe taking like a little bit too much of a lighthearted perspective on some very real shit that's going on. How would you compare that? Have you felt that way about that kind of content online?
It's a difference, though. Like, I don't really pay attention. Like, I be on academics page, but I don't really pay attention to, like, the shit, all that war on Chirac and the shit that he do to get attention from the internet, the people who really want to know what's going on in Chirac. me, I'm not gonna pay attention to it because I know about the war on Chirac. I was a part of the war on Chirac. I'm the product of the war on Chirac. You get what I'm saying? He not a product of that, and the people who probably own it and watch it and comment on it, not a product of it either. You know, so I don't really understand that, but he was like touching on sensitive subjects and shit that he didn't really know nothing about because he already on a whole nother part of the world. You know what I'm saying? He on the West Coast, East Coast, and we on the Midwest. We in Chicago. You know, so only Chicago understand Chicago. Only New York understand New York. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody got their own culture problems, whatever the case may be, and just on the outside looking in, because there's always people on the outside. Chicago know why Chicago bad. Chicago understand Chicago. Like all the people in Chicago, the police, like, and I ain't gonna speak on my situation or nothing that happened with me. Like when I got arrested for that gun, you know, people, the police, and a lot of people, like the police, the Chicago Police Department, you know, they was upset. Like some police out to get me or whatever wanted me to be in that situation. Some people was upset that I even put myself in that situation because they knew I had to be in that situation. They know what we up against in Chicago, and they know why people got to carry firearms to protect themselves. So they like, damn, you let them people trick you. You get what I'm saying? Like they more so like that. People in Chicago, even the police, they know what's going on, especially black. They know what we up against. They know it's built for us to fail. So they looking like you got all this money, you supposed to hire armed security, because they ain't saying nothing about me not having a gun. They know I'm supposed to have a gun on me. They know somebody will try to kill me. They know somebody will try to rob me. They know what I'm up against. You know what I'm saying? They just saying, all right, you should have moved that way. You get what I'm saying? Like people in Chicago understand. They not judging us. The politicians, they judging us because they trying to make it look bad on us, but they really need to be judging themselves because y'all got all this money coming in and y'all not giving back to the schools and giving back to youth centers and all these programs and shit like that. Once the youth centers in it, like closed in my neighborhood, that's when everybody started dying. When all my homies started dying, we ain't had nothing to do but stand on the block all day. When we had youth centers in Chicago, now those over with. Ain't no funds and none of that. Nobody supporting the shit. The mayors, nobody supporting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody supporting it. I'm the only person really in Chicago probably that's trying to bring that back to life, you know, and I'm doing that quietly. I don't really broadcast it. I'm just going to do it. But nobody support that. When I was growing up, we got out of school at 2:30. We had the youth center. We could be in there from 3 to 8 o'clock. All those hours, we safe, we out the streets, we out of harm's way. We had somewhere to go all that time. Now we don't got nowhere to go, so we on the streets. We standing outside on the corner on 79th from 5 hours straight. You know how dangerous that is to stand out there for 1 hour straight? Imagine 5 hours, imagine 12 hours, imagine 16 hours. You know how much could happen? Imagine years. Imagine standing out there every day for the rest of your life. I know niggas that's 30 that been out there every day, every fucking day for their whole life. You know how dangerous that is? Yeah. That's dangerous. That's more dangerous. I guarantee you that's more dangerous than going to sign up for the Army. I bet you. I guarantee you I could bet you any kind of money. If somebody did a project, like somebody could come and reach out, whoever do studies on it, when we could really get into this, I guarantee if you do studies on somebody being outside on 79th Street for a year straight and somebody being in the Army and the military for a year straight, I bet you're going to be probably facing way more dangerous shit out there on 79th than you're going to be facing in the Army. Because they train. They in safe environments. They not ain't no fucking bullets constantly flying at them all day and they can't protect themselves. They not up against that. We up against that all day, nonstop. So I guarantee you it's way more dangerous on 79th than in the war. And I'm just not thinking of that right now, but I'm making perfect sense. And I believe myself. And I could bet anything. I could bet money. I bet $100,000 to anybody who want to do study on that. I guarantee you it's more dangerous on my corner, same knife in Essex, than in the Army. I guarantee you.
And it's like, if you ask those kids who are just posted up on the block all day, I was just in Long Beach doing a video with this rapper, and there's all these 17, 18-year-old kids that are just posted up in the alley. Like, you know, he's doing this rapper shit, but like these kids are still out there on the block every day. And my filmer asked him, he said, where do you guys see yourself 5-10 years from now? And they all didn't know what the fuck to say.
They ain't know.
And some of them were like, man, that gang shit.
I ain't really know either. Like,
you know?
I couldn't picture myself being 22 when I was 13. And he'd tell you, like, my big brother tell you, I couldn't really imagine how I would be, how I would act or nothing if I would be alive. I'm not exaggerating. Like, I ain't even going, and I knew and I'm the type of nigga I'ma expect the worst. That's how I get home every night. I'm prepared for anything, you know. I'm expect the worst all day, so I'm not even gonna say I ain't think I was gonna get home because I know I'm gonna get home at night. I'm confident I'm gonna get home at night, but I still didn't know where I would be in 5-10 years. I couldn't visualize where or what I would be, you know. Like my little cousin got shot when he was 13 years old. He ain't up at 19, and guess where he at? He in jail, fighting 4 homicides. Quadruple murder at 19. That's what the system set up for us to do. He got shot at 13, and he in jail at 19 facing life. He fighting for the rest of his life right now at 19. He ain't been nothing but a statistic his whole life.
That's crazy.
This my blood little cousin.
That's fucked up, man. When you think of a 19-year-old kid in that position, it's like such a big part of me that does not feel like a 19-year-old.
That was his first time getting shot. Matter of fact, when I got shot a year and a half later, he got shot with me, so that was his second time getting shot. He got shot when my homie Rock got killed. My homie got killed. He was 13 getting shot with a nigga that he didn't know all his life growing up getting killed. That's 18. He 13, he gets shot, 18-year-old get killed. A year and a half later, I get shot. I'm his blood cousin. He gets shot again. He ain't shit but 14, 15. He 19. Now he in jail fighting 4 homicides. He ain't been nothing but a statistic his whole life. And it ain't nothing but a million of him in Chicago. You think he the only person that's up against what he up against? It's a million of him.
That's crazy. How do you even talk to like a young kid these days? You talk to a random 16-year-old kid in the hood, like what kind of shit do you feel like you could say to
tell
him?
To stay focused. You know, you can't judge him. You can't tell him, man, stop gang banging, stay out of the streets, because you don't know what he up against. He could be up against what my little cousin was up against. You know, he ain't got nothing but the streets. That's his only family. It's his only family. That's the only love he feel. That's the only place you feel at home. When you got that, when you got a house, a home with a mother, father, auntie, grandma, but the streets, the only place that you feel love, come on, man. What the fuck else you gonna do but be in the streets? You gotta tell them be focused. You gotta tell them do the right shit, have morals, take care of your family, man. Strive to be better. Try to be better than the streets. I ain't gonna tell you don't be in the streets, you know, because I'm in the streets. I know what come with the streets. I'm gonna tell you be better than the streets. Just want something for yourself, you know. Mm-hmm. You're a 16-year-old. Get out the streets somehow if you can. Try to get out the streets, you know. Don't try to be in the streets all your life. Cause if I got a family and I don't feel no love with my family and I feel love in the streets, that's my family. My family is the streets. Point blank, period.
Those kids would feel so alone if they didn't have that gang support system.
If you ain't had it, you would feel alone. You would feel like nothing. You would feel like you just nothing. How could you?
A place that
God
dangerous?
ain't put us here to be not feel no love. God ain't put us on the earth to just not have nobody to love and care for us. So if that's the only love and care we got, so be it. We gonna run with it, and that's why our loyalty. You know how you would die for your mother, you would kill for your mother and your father. That's why niggas out here killing for their brothers and they block, because that's the only love and the only loyalty they ever knew.
It's real. What else? Shit, that was intense. We got real into it there.
Yeah, because people don't understand that type of shit, man. That shit, I don't know, and that's reality to me. The people that you see this shit mind blown to you, this shit that I could talk about all day long. Because this shit that I've been living for my whole life, this shit normal to me, bro. And that ain't regular. That ain't normal. That shit ain't right. You feel me? Like, that shit ain't right that I'm talking about this normally and you over here shocked. You feel me? Like, that shit ain't right.
Yeah, you seen some shit, man.
I'm just chillin' with Adam, yeah, I'm just chillin' with Adam, I'm just chillin' with Adam, Lil Dusty, host Adam, I'm just chillin' with Adam.